My name is Kajal, and in this video I'll tell you how you can make any program as a multi-threaded program. I have taken a very basic simple example where I'm trying to get factorial of all the numbers that are present in a list. First, let's try to understand what exactly is a factorial. Every number starting from 1 till that number, that will become its factorial. So for 2 it will be 1 into 2, which is 2. If I'll talk about number 3, so for number 3 factorial will be 1 into 2 into 3, which is 6. Factorial of 4 will be 1 into 2 into 3 into 4, it will be 24. So that's how for any number, if you want to calculate the factorial of that number, then in that case you have to start it from the 1, or you can say 2, because multiply by 1 is exactly the same number. You can start it with 2, and till that number you just have to multiply all the numbers, and that will become the factorial of that number. I have created a list, and then after for every element present in this list I have tried to calculate the factorial of that number. This is my method in which I have taken my result to 1, then I'm trying to get a for loop starting from 2 till that number, and then I'm incrementing that number, and I'm just multiplying it with the result. So that's how this result should give me the factorial of that number. Now I'll run this, and you will able to see that for 1 factorial is 1, for 2 factorial is 2, for 3 factorial is 6, for 4 factorial is 24. Everything is getting printed. So that means this method is working as per we want it. Right now this is a single threaded program, like a factorial has been calculated. At that time another number is coming into picture, and the same thread is getting the factorial of that number. If you also want to see which thread is doing this task, then you can also print the result as, you can print it here, the result, or you can print the thread name. How you can print it? So I'll say thread dot current thread dot get name. If you don't know how to print, how I am printing this, then you can just watch the previous video of this series. Now I'll try to run this one more time. Now you can see this, that all the calculation is done by the main thread, which is the default thread. I want that there should be multiple threads which should be calculating factorials of all the numbers that are present here. Now I have created one class by the name called factorial with multi-thread, and inside this class I'll have my PSVM. We have seen the steps that we have to follow whenever we want to make any program as a multi-threaded program. If you have not watched the previous video where I told you about the steps that you have to follow, then you can just check out the previous videos of this series. I'll tell you all the steps that are required to make any program as a multi-threaded program. Class creation, and then implements runnable. For my task I have created one more class by the name called factorial task. I am going to implements runnable, and once I have this runnable, I'll have to implement one more method by the name called run. Now inside this run method, I want to calculate the factorials. I'll just copy this method and I'll just paste it in this class, because I want the factorial to come out as a multi-threaded program. So this method should get called from this run, right? So I'll call get factorial, and then I'll have to pass a number. I'll remove the static keyword right now, because now I don't need the static. I'm calling it not from the static method. Now the point is, if I want to call this factorial method as a multi-threaded program, I'll have to call this method from this run, so that this factorial method can get executed in a multi-threaded pattern. But now how can I pass this number? If I cannot make any changes with the run method, right? I cannot pass anything inside this run method. Then from where this number will come? For that purpose, I can create an instance level variable by the name called number, int number, and whenever you are creating an object of this factorial task, I'll have to pass this number in it. Now instead of passing number from this factorial, I can remove this, because I cannot get it from the parameter. I can say this dot number, and that's how this number will come into picture. And yeah, because it is not returning anything, so I'm just printing it here, and return statement will not make much sense because I'm not even collecting it. You can also make it void, okay, and you can just remove this return statement. Because I wanted to calculate the factorial in a multi-threaded program, I have created this class which is implementing this runnable, and from this run method I am calling this factorial method so that this can run in a multi-threaded pattern. I'll go back here. This class has been created. I implemented this runnable, and then I put run method in the class, provided the body in run method which I wanted to execute in multi-threaded program. I'll have to create an object of runnable and then pass this runnable to thread object. I told you that I have a list, so I'll just copy this same list over here, right? So I have to create an object of factorial task with all the numbers that are present inside this list. I'll have a stream in which I'll do for each for every element which is coming in my from my list. For every element that is present in my list, I'll create a new object of factorial task and I'll pass this element. So in that manner, every element which is present here will go to that method, right? Because it's going in multi lines, I'll just keep it like this, and I'll collect it like factorial task equals to this. Okay, cool. I got the list for which I wanted to calculate the factorial in a multi-threaded program. I have created an object of runnable first so that I can pass it into the thread class. Because this was a list, so I created a stream of onto that list, and then on every element which is coming in my list, I created an object of factorial task. This is my runnable. Okay. And then I'll just do thread equals to new thread, and I'll pass my task in this, and I'll just start this thread. I pass this runnable to thread object, and then I'll have to just start the thread. Okay, now what I'll do, I'll just try to run this one more time. This factorial method which is present inside my factorial task is now getting executed with multiple threads. So that means that this is multi-threaded program. That means multiple threads are coming into picture, and basically every thread is calculating factorial of a specific number, right? Now in the next video, I'll do the analysis and I'll tell you that whether it is working fine or not. So yeah, stay tuned. As a conclusion of this class, I can tell you that whenever you want to make anything a multi-threaded program, then you just have to create a task, implements runnable, provide the run method a body, and whatever task you want to achieve in a multi-threaded program, that body should be coming inside this run method. Okay, yeah, I think that is it for this video. Let's see you in this next video. Thank you so much.